11.2.
Okay, I've spoken about our consultant's findings and we're well aware of your concerns regarding how the changes will affect our staff. As you all know, it is likely there will be some job losses, but we'd like to assure you that we will keep these to an absolute minimum and try to reduce headcount through natural wastage. Decisions will definitely have been made by March as to how big the cutbacks will be. Many of you have asked about a rumoured pay freeze. We aren't counting this out, but this is something we'd like to avoid. Over the next few weeks, we'll be hosting departmental meetings to give more specific information. And we plan to keep you informed about any other changes so you can answer your staff's queries with well-informed answers. Starting from next month, we'll be putting regular updates on our intranet regarding potential changes, but more about that later. I'd like to pass the next point over to Imran, who has been working closely with the consultants on the subject of bottom-up management.
Thanks, Rachel. Yes, bottom-up management has proven to be very successful in a number of companies, and we've been working on a similar concept to implement here at FGR. Hopefully, the new model will be in place by the end of the month. Bottom-up management is quite a simple idea.
Okay, could you...
Normally, when change takes place, this is decided and implemented by senior management. However, to make the changes work, we need the enthusiasm, motivation, and energy from everyone who will be affected by those changes. Let's digress for a moment and look at this in more detail. Our idea is to give everyone the opportunity to propose changes which will benefit themselves and the company. We're proposing a Friday afternoon ideas forum, where employees can put forward their suggestions for change. Each department nominates someone to present the most popular ideas to senior management, along with a business plan or some sort of proof that benefits can be gained. The first forum will be on Friday the 24th at 3:30. I'll be visiting our suppliers in Bradford on that day, so Rachel will be here to lead the session. You may be wondering if this will work. Friday afternoons are free for most of our employees. We're convinced the opportunities outweigh the disadvantages of staying at work longer. We must see this as a step towards becoming a more effective company. It's crucial to get the employees on our side, and we need to emphasize that there will be money available for remuneration, which could be paid if we see real results after the changes are implemented. This last point is probably going to be difficult to administer at the beginning, but the consultants had an example of remuneration scales for us to consider. I'm sure some of you are skeptical of the consultants' proposals, but we're calling on you to be positive. Pass this information on and create enthusiasm. Sell the idea of empowerment to our staff and highlight the rewards this could bring us all. Later this year, we'll be reassessed to see how effective the changes are.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, so the first one, job,
Yeah,
yes.
but
How?
but I think I have to listen again.
Of course you should. Why
Yeah.
not? Okay, we will listen again, and I
Yeah.
will pause when it's needed.
11.2.
Okay, I've spoken about our consultants' findings and we're well aware of your concerns regarding how the changes will affect our staff. As you all know, it is likely there will be some job losses, but we'd like to assure you that we will keep these to an absolute minimum and try to reduce headcount through natural wastage. Decisions will definitely have been made by March as to how big the cutbacks will be.
So the first one, how will job cuts be made through
He try to reduce
through natural wastage,
Mhm.
as you just heard. Okay. And what is the meaning? I don't know if I'm not sure if you've heard it or no, but this one that is natural wastage is like if I want to give you a good synonym For example, retirement can be, or reduction in the number of, for example, employees. So it can be in a company or organization, okay, but due to voluntary reasons. So that is really important. For example, I don't know, this is my retirement. So of course I
Yeah.
won't work anymore. So there is no force here. Okay, so this is the meaning of natural wastage. Okay, so we can say
Yeah.
reducing the workforce. So by replacing employees who live through especially retirement and of course different reasons. Okay, so how will job cuts be made through natural wastage? The next one,
Yeah.
Many of
I
you
have
have
a
asked
question.
sorry,
about a
let
rumoured
me pause
pay.
it. Sorry,
I have a question in the first
sure.
the first question. Yeah. Through natural wastage
Yeah.
mean they do not take action immediately, so they will wait some people who want to retire, so they don't hire to replace.
So as I told you, it's like maybe they will, but what happens here? So first we have job losses. So how it happens through
Yeah.
natural wastage. What happens here? Workforce reduces. Why? By not replacing. So they didn't. So of course they have. So they can, but they for any reason they actually haven't replaced
Mm,
employees who leave through retirement. For example, we have a number of employees who retired, okay, last
mm,
month. So we need to
mm,
replace to have new workforce, but they didn't, and now they actually face job losses. Get it?
mm, mm. That mean they have planned to take actions to
Yeah.
cut
So maybe
some job. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, now, or we are at the
Mm,
beginning, we have nothing about the plans for it. The only
yeah.
thing that we have is, as you can see, and as you can see here in the context, the problem,
Mm,
or maybe the first part that is mentioned that actually
mm,
they faced job losses. And why it happened? Because, yes, they had natural wastage. It was completely normal. So some people
mm,
retire after, for example, I don't know, period of time. So they need
mm,
to retire and of course won't be able to work anymore. But
yeah.
normally, in normal situation and under normal condition, they need to be replaced by young, actually, workforce.
Mm,
But if
mm,
something like this, if it doesn't happen, of course,
yeah.
the company or organization will face job losses. So there are some
Mm,
positions, and actually, there is no one to take these positions. Yeah?
mm, yeah.
Okay. Now let's see what we'll do. Okay, what they will do.
Freeze. We aren't counting this out, but this is something we'd like to avoid. Over the next few weeks, we'll be hosting departmental meetings to give more specific information. And we plan to keep you informed about any other changes so you can answer your staff's queries with well-informed answers. Starting from next month, we'll be putting regular updates on our intranet regarding potential changes, but more about that later. I'd like to pass the next point over to Imran, who has been working closely with the consultants on the subject of bottom-up management.
Thanks, Rachel. Yes, bottom-up management has proven to be very successful in a number of companies, and we've been working on a similar concept to implement here at FGR. Hopefully, the new model will be in place by the end of the month. Bottom-up management is quite a simple idea. Normally, when change takes place, this is decided and implemented by senior management. However, to make the changes work, we need the enthusiasm, motivation, and energy from everyone who will be affected by those changes. Let's digress for a moment and look at this in more detail. Our idea is to give everyone the opportunity to propose changes which will benefit themselves and the company. We're proposing a Friday afternoon ideas forum where employees can put forward their suggestions for change. Each department nominates someone to present the most popular ideas to senior management, along with a business plan or some sort of proof that benefits can be gained. The first forum will be on Friday the 24th at 3:30. I'll be visiting our suppliers in Bradford on that day, so Rachel will be here to lead the session. You may be wondering if this will work. Friday afternoons are free for most of our employees. We're convinced the opportunities outweigh the disadvantages of staying at work longer. We must see this as a step towards becoming a more effective company. It's crucial to get the employees on our side, and we need to emphasize that there will be money available for remuneration, which could be paid if we see real results after the changes are implemented. This last point is probably going to be difficult to administer at the beginning, but the consultants had an example of remuneration scales for us to consider. I'm sure some of you are skeptical of the consultants' proposals, but we're calling on you to be positive. Pass this information on and create enthusiasm. Sell the idea of empowerment to our staff and highlight the rewards this could bring us all. Later this year, we'll be reassessed to see how effective the changes are.
Okay, well, so there are some phrases that we can talk about, but first, let's see if you could get the answers. How will we be informed? So how?
As they inform in the meeting.
Meeting, of course, very good. And
Yeah.
the next one, that is number 3, when will it be implemented?
He mentioned that he make some meeting at that everyone propose some idea
By,
by themselves.
by the end of, I heard by the end of the month. So when will it be implemented by the end of the month, I've heard. So
Yeah.
I think because this is about time. And
When?
yeah,
Yeah.
of course, when? When will it be implemented? And Friday
Yeah.
afternoon ideas, so potential problems, number 4.
Mm, yeah, I'm not sure. So
So
he mentioned that everyone can submit a plan or present
yeah,
some idea.
yeah, of course. And like, most employees are free on Friday afternoon. Yeah,
Mm.
of
Yeah,
course. Yeah, very good. And will employee get remuneration? So that is salary. The meaning of
yeah,
remuneration is salary. Yes or
yeah.
no?
No,
Uh,
he mentioned some benefits, right?
so
But yeah, but I'm not sure in this sentence.
uh,
Can you explain me about your
it's
remuneration?
salary. Gets
Ah,
remuneration is salary. The
ah,
meaning of it, of course, is salary.
uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
I heard this, as he mentioned, if management sees the result after the changes, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that they made, yes. So employees will get paid, yes.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah,
if
yeah,
management sees real result after all these changes, so I
yeah.
heard something like this. Now let's
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about some, for example, this one that is a
yeah,
management model. Do you
yeah.
know bottom-up management? Do you have any idea about the meaning of it?
Sorry.
This one,
Mm.
bottom up management. Do you have any idea about this? What is the meaning of it?
Mm. That mean the company they managed by hierarchy bottom up. Um, that mean yeah, demand from uh, yeah, from the high level and request and uh, ask for ask for uh, employees.
Actually, it's somehow
Yeah.
like if I want to give you a good word, maybe
Mm.
decentralized management.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I think this one is a
Mm.
good
Mm.
synonym for
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
And why? Actually, in this system, so we have like we can say that decision-making approach is totally different.
Mm.
And actually, ideas, decision, feedback come from employees at all
Mm.
levels,
Yeah.
especially, for example, for example, top executive.
Mm.
Okay, and for
Yeah.
example, employees on the front line. So
Mm.
we
Mm.
can say that both top executive and employees
Yeah.
both are involved in decision
Yeah.
making, feedbacks, and ideas. This is bottom up management. And we have another one, pay freeze. So, how about this one?
Pray feed. That mean they hold some money for some time in the some time when employee uh they they couldn't get their KPI or their goal.
Yeah, like there's no bonus and no
Uh,
raise. It's not actually really good. Normally it happens due to some crisis or financial difficulties. If a company or
mm,
organization faces financial difficulties, normally they can't offer like
mm,
bonus or higher salary, no raise.
mm,
So we can
mm,
say that this is salary freeze or pay
uh-huh. Yeah.
freeze, no increase. So we have a
Yeah.
fixed salary
Yeah.
and just keep
Yeah.
going. And of course, it's not really good
I mean,
situation.
if their income is not depend on their goal and their job, right?
No,
Their
just fixed because no, actually, something like this happens
mm,
temporarily. What is
mm,
this? For example, when a company, okay, face a difficult financial situation or condition,
mm,
and
yeah,
like we can say that, for example, economic downturn, okay, so they
yeah,
can't. Normally, they announce pay
mm,
freeze for all the staff. Look,
mm,
for example, like
mm,
this, we have no bonus. We have no, for example, raise in salary. Why? Because actually this is economic crisis. So we can't.
yeah,
So actually
yes,
we have a fixed salary,
yeah,
but normally
yeah,
it's temporary, not
yeah,
permanent situation. And of
yeah,
course, after a period of time, they try to
yeah,
find some, I don't know, ways to resolve this issue. And of course, just give bonus and raise. We can say pay. So because of this, we say it's pay freeze or salary freeze, no raise.
yeah,
Yeah.
and no bonus, and
No.
that mean is no commission.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Everything like every we can say increase, so
yeah, I
will be
yeah,
stopped.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but how about in your American comedy culture, and does they often have bonus or commission in their job or
So
their work?
it depends on your work, of course, your
Depend on
job,
business
of
model,
course,
right?
it depends, of
Mm,
course.
mm,
So what
mm,
field? Yes, for
mm.
example, when it comes to real estate, we have it. But it
Yeah,
depends. For example, as a teacher, of course, I
yeah,
don't have something like this. So it depends on your job. So I think it's
yeah,
something about countries. We have it
yeah,
everywhere. So we can say that it different, maybe the
yeah,
way, the approach is somehow different, but we have bonus and of course we have commission depending on the field that people work in.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
of course, pay freeze is not really
Uh,
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question related central line manager. So that means we have a decentralized system, right?
Yes.
So what's the difference from decentralized or decentralized similar with a flat structure?
Yeah. Okay. What is the difference between decentralized and centralized system?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so
because
let's,
because you mentioned that
yeah,
decentralized manager
of course, because
is a bottom up
but
management.
of course. So as you can see, we have bottom up, like
Yeah,
everyone is involved. Now, what's the difference between centralized and decentralized? So when
yeah.
we say centralized system,
Mm,
actually decision-making power is held at the
mm,
top.
mm,
So we have no employees involved here. So, like for
yeah,
example, CEO or central government, head office,
yeah,
they make decision. This is centralized system. Okay?
yeah, yeah,
But and everyone else, like employee, they need to follow instructions. Okay, from
yeah,
top level. This is central.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think it's fast and clear. So there are some advantages. Maybe it can be fast and clear because and controlled. Everyone
yeah,
knows what to do, what not to do. But when we
yeah,
say in actually decentralized system, power is spread out across
yeah,
different level or maybe
yeah,
location. So what happens here? For example, we have local managers, we have
yeah,
team members. Okay, they can make their own decisions. And
yeah,
it's like, we can, I think that they can respond faster. Yeah,
yeah,
especially to
yeah,
local needs. For example, if my team needs to, I don't know, have a change or make a change, I can do it quickly without asking my, for example, I don't know, CEO or manager or boss, or for example, head office. So we can apply these changes. I think
yeah,
it brings more creativity, but
yeah,
of course, it's not as controlled as centralized system. So this is a
yeah,
difference between, and when we say bottom, the lowest to the highest,
yeah,
bottom, top, like everyone is involved.
yeah.
Yeah,
That mean the company in the decentralized they should build the autonomy team,
yeah,
so they assign some authority to make decision
yeah, of course.
when yeah
Yeah.
when
For example,
when
you are in your team, you
yeah
have a team. For example, in your company, okay,
yeah
you have a team. In centralized system, you should
yeah
wait for the actually highest authority, the
mm,
main authority, to,
mm,
of course, to make decision, and then you follow and you
yeah
implement. But when it's decentralized, you, as actually the leader of this team, can
mm,
actually choose, can make decision, and of
mm,
course can decide what to do. Of course, you will discuss the changes with the
mm,
highest, or for example, main authority, but there is no need.
mm,
Here, you can be creative. It's more flexible. Okay? So
yeah
you are
yeah
in charge of your team. And
yeah
of course, we can say that this power spread out
yeah
across employees.
yeah
Yeah.
we that mean I think in my company is hybrid.
Yeah.
That means most of time it is decentralized. That means the manager can make decision or he can work with his team to build and to make decision by themselves.
Yeah.
But in the some situation maybe dangerous or maybe urgent,
Risky, of
that
course.
means the decision makes by director or CEO.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I know. So it's definitely we have the same.
Mm,
So especially when we say decentralized system or bottom up. So as you
mm,
said, managers and their teams have the authority to make decision
yeah.
independently, like as you said, okay. But
Mm,
if it's an urgent or high risk situation,
mm,
so high risk
mm,
situation, And when decisions maybe affect the entire company, of course, they need to discuss. Directors, CEO, and top leaders step into for example, to the make, for example, the final call. So I
mm,
think this is a balance. So
mm,
this is balance, and why this balance matters. Because
mm.
yes, with following bottom up or, for example, decentralized system, actually
Yeah,
company or organization stay flexible.
yeah,
And yeah, that's really perfect. But at the same time, it protects the company from risky decision. Because if we face like a major or like, I don't know, we want to be sure that major or critical like choices are controlled at the top. So I think having both of them exactly is what you do is really
mm,
good, because when it's an urgent or high risk situation, of course, these maybe decisions may affect the entire company. So
mm,
top leaders should step in to, of
mm.
course, make the final decision, the final call, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, and now let's keep going. We want to match the sentence halves. So just let's log out and back in because I think we're running out of
yeah,
time. So let's log out and back in,
yes,
then we'll keep going.
yes.